Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Sept of the Howling's Winds. Blah, 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 Howling Winds, a werewolf venue in San Diego and stuff. And we will be settling in on Sept, where Binary is puttering along, most likely after, training and showering and all that happy horse shit. All that stuff that literally every member of her ever growing get family question mark seems to be pretty intent on her doing constantly all the time. Holy shit, she's gonna literally shrink into nothing. She'll lose all the weight that she doesn't have to spare. But whatever the case, she's puttering along with her headphones slapped over her head. And what the fuck has Abel even been up to? I haven't seen him in too long. How dare.
What does a good Finrid do? Sing, drink, bears. Because that's what he's been doing.
Skippy.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Perhaps you should put the mic closer to your face.
Oh, I will. Do you want me to? No, I was just saying you got a little bit of, not static, but you were kind of skipping, like little laggy bits. I don't think we missed anything too critical.
No, he fights, he drinks, he sings, he beats up koalas. That's the important one.
Why would you do that? That poor defenseless koala. She never did anything to you.
They are defenseless. They must learn to be strong or die.
That seems a little excessive.
I think it's very fitting.
So where is he either drinking, singing, or fighting?
He could be often found either patrolling the Sept or on the training grounds. Today he's probably not even training right now. He's probably just having a drink in one of his favorite hangouts.
Which of course would be the training grounds. Why would it be anywhere else? Yep. She's puttering along. Puttering through just because, you know what? That's where she finds them all the time. It's just the easiest place to find one of her little broskies. So yeah, Binary done. Do a putter. And when she does get into range to catch an eye on Abel, we'll brighten up and kind of pick up a little energy in her step, and we'll come scampering and do the whole like launch grab midsection. It's not a tackle. She doesn't put the oomph into it. It's just kind of a high speed latching.
Oh, hey, Healy Gonzalez. Rubs hair.
Why aren't you ever around when everyone's talking to me and I make an ass out of myself?
Because it would be too easy.
I'm pretty sure I'm making Lena and Sigurd hate me. Oh, everyone hates me except you and Cole. Because I talk shit so much and I can't stop.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
She looks a little bit puzzled by the pride. What?
So, who you been talking shit to and why?
Well, I mean, I didn't even talk shit. I was just trying to be nice to Lena. She was a jerk. But
I mean, I told you why. I told you that, sometimes people just need to be alone, Well,
the last time I wanted to be alone, she followed me around. I mean, I didn't tell her to leave me alone, but, I was broody and slumpy. That's close enough.
When she's up and about, just apologize. Everything will be fine.
Last time I apologized, she
Actually,
punched me in
we'll
the
be fine.
face.
Do that. That means it's accepted.
But she didn't do it in the friendly way. Oh my god, I appreciate that there's a friendly way to punch someone in the face. I'm pretty sure that means I'm traumatized.
That much to I'll talk to her.
No, like I made her mad, and then I might have talked a lot of shit while I was in one of my holes at Sigurd, and she came at me like a psychotic jet-fueled demon. Oh my god, she was so fast. Holy shit.
It's almost as if there is a lesson to be learned here about talking shit.
It's so hard not to. I try, usually. I wasn't trying when I was in the hole. I was safe in the hole. That was a bad plan. Talk shit to you and you don't get mad at me. Usually. Mostly. Puppy eyes.
Kind of, sort of. Not. No, it's fairly often I get mad at you when you talk shit.
But being like...
Unless I'm chasing you with a hatchet, in which case it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a thing that happens.
Abel spends
Pretty
a
sure
moment to
this
reminisce
level...
on that.
Sorry, he does what?
He takes a moment to reminisce about chasing finally with a hatchet.
Hey, well, does it mean I'm traumatized if I accept the fact that you will periodically chase me around with a hatchet and I'm okay with it? I'm pretty sure that means I'm traumatized. Or have, like, Stockholm's or something.
You seem to have very much gotten over the trauma at that point. Good for you. Pat, pat.
Just kind of purses her lips in a kind of playfully stubborn way. She remains latched onto him, though, because she is the koala. And he is tolerating her, which is good. And y'all can
take out beer.
Whatever.
Here you go. He'll give you a beer.
You guys are all the fun. That she'll finally relinquish some measure of her latching, though she does essentially like nest right up against his side, leaning on him. While she indulges in this beer she totally just got. Yeah.
You get
Adult friends are
jostled.
best friends. She will be fine with the jostling. As long as it's not like shoving her off the bench, she's pretty happy.
No, enough of that. Just fine. I'll suplexing you.
That's not nice. Don't do that.
You don't get to tell. You don't get to tell Abel what to do.
Yes, I do. God. He doesn't have to listen, but I could do it. Yeah, she'll settle in fairly contentedly, just kind of nested up on him. Did you hear about the giant? It was really, really big. Like, I know they're called giants, but it was really big. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. No, they're pretty cool.
They're pretty cool. Its foot was bigger than they were in Krynos.
Yeah.
Your casual acceptance of giant
What do you expect from us?
is what?
What do you expect from my tribe's brood?
Just a touch of survival instinct. Just a little sprinkle. Just a teeny touch. Little dab, maybe.
I mean, they're the strongest, we're the strongest.
but like they were all geared up to like go fight it and shit. Holy crap.
Yeah. You knew him?
Look, I fought some stuff, but nothing that big. That thing was enormous. It was so big.
It
was on fire. It's partially on fire.
Yeah. Half a Gara and his scepter on fire.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Besides, cave sometime. I'll teach you how big things really get.
Eyebrow quirk.
Yeah, those fun ones are fucking huge, even their babies. Fuck.
A what now?
A thunderworm.
Is that like a fancy way of saying dragon? Is it essentially a dragon?
It's not dragon, it's a worm. Clues in the name. It's a giant creature of a worm that is, in fact, a worm.
But is it like an earthworm or is it like a dragon worm?
No. No. Leave dragons out of this. This has nothing to do with dragons whatsoever.
I'm just asking.
No, it's like a... It's a giant... This giant worm with an just horrible exoskeleton, charred black.
Like from Tremors?
With... Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Has giant mandible teeth at its face for a face.
Yep, sounds like Tremors. Okay, I got a point of reference. We're good.
Yeah, pretty much like Tremors, actually.
Oh, well, you see, that wasn't so hard.
Took me a while to remember the actual movie. Basically like Tremors.
Do you have to do like Dune and make thumpers? That'd be pretty sweet. I guess they don't work like that. That'd be pretty cool, though.
Horrible.
Sorry, you kind of lagged out on that one.
But yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah, they sound terrible. Those things in Tremors aren't exactly good. And if they're bigger than that, they're pretty much the worst ever.
Yeah, I should take you to see one sometime.
You should, I will watch from a safe educational distance. I will go to the viewing area and you can handle that and I'll watch.
You want to know secret?
Probably
Please
not.
don't have viewing areas.
I feel like if you stand far enough away, it's totally a viewing area.
I don't know. I take this as you daring me to throw you at it.
That would not be nice. I'm bite-sized.
Well, you can either run at it, or you can be thrown at it.
Neither of those sounds like the optimal strategy.
I mean, they were incredibly
Living.
optimal the last time we killed one.
You guys are good whenever, by the way. I don't know what's up.
You guys are good to come in whenever. Well, they're having this trivial ass argument about thunderworms.
Yep. The Vinny just half disappeared.
No.
That's unfortunate. Hey guys. Are you guys still there? Okay. I was beginning to wonder if you were even still there.
I'm everywhere and I'm nowhere. So maybe it's the clinking of the various sort of decorations or accoutrements that hang from her belt. The fact that when she's in veil-protected areas of the sept, she walks around armed. But things clink and clank and clangle a bit when Sigrid walks anywhere. When she's not looking for a fight, anyway. And, of course, Binary is going to be able to recognize that telltale sound of shink, 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 shink.
Oh, it's Christmas early.
Binary just, responds by nesting herself just a wee bit closer. Very comfy. She's totally not doing anything she shouldn't be doing. Look at this nice beer she has here. Yep.
Sigurd walks up. She's wearing the weapon, or the sword, hangs sort of from her left hip. And the shirt that she's wearing is sleeveless. Arms are completely covered in dust and mortar and soot. Her hair is dirty, covered, sort of damped down by sweat and oils. Her face is dirty. Her fingernails are nearly black. She looks like she's been working all day. And as she walks up, she'll notice Abel, and then notice Binary. And as she walks up, she steps up on like a bit of log or root with one leg and loops her thumbs into her belt loops. And then looks over at Abel with a smirk. You missed out on quite the experience last night, Abel.
Yeah, sorry. That's one of the downsides of being Guardian. Half the time you're out on patrol when you could be doing more important things. How did you face down a Surta?
I did. And she kind of gets this grin, very reminiscent, or at least a fraction of what was on her face last night.
How'd that go for you? Those things aren't easy to knock over.
Sadly, we didn't get the chance to test our mettle against it. We were ready, though. It
Oh,
decided that it would destroy us if we fought it. And a satyr you don't insult at all if you do not want to earn their favor. And so, while we may have showed the messenger, or the spirit that we made into a messenger, we offered the deference that satyrs do. And with the chiminage and the contracts that we have laid out for it, once satisfied, our forge will burn with the fire of war.
nice. I've been paying some chiminage to Kaku and Jaeger in my off time.
You see,
Hopefully, as our victories mount, they'll show up on the Sept as well.
would be nice to see an influx of Get Spirits take precedence here. Perhaps bring some much needed tradition to this place.
shrugs non-committally. So long as we're winning and the worm is losing.
Any new conquests to speak of? Any engagements that you've gone through recently that for some reason you didn't invite us on? Perhaps?
Well, I'm preparing a Bane hunt in the next few days. Been talking to some of the bone gnawers on set. They tend to know where the worm's nesting before anyone else. Trying to get a handle on where it is so we can hunt it down.
Well, unless they're good for something here.
Cole walks up with Lena in tow and says, "I've got something for you."
Yeah, we do.
Paid a visit to Philodox. And he looks to Lena. I'm sorry. He looks
a very important Philodox, Abel.
Binary immediately adopts a mild pouting expression, but doesn't say anything. She just kind of nests further in against the side and swigs from this beer here. Because they get
Because I'm wrapped around Binary, so she's like some sort of some sort of cuddly toy. Oh yeah, she's no, it's a doll, so because it squeaks.
Like Binary here?
Oh, sorry.
You said it squeaked, and I asked if it squeaked anything like this one. She'll gesture over to Binary.
Oh no, I
think
did nice.
Oh,
This is me out of character.
very hard to tell right now. Fucking Hangouts is being a bitch.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not. It's also not really changing my voice for Abel. Oh no, do go on about this Philodox.
The Fianna one drinks to justice. That little story you have planned, she says, to proceed with all. If you'll smile, all you can. It's a good idea and should work to our benefit if you can provoke the Adrian to challenge. And also, we've just gotten an alliance for our budding little pack. She'll look over at Cole with a smile on her face.
Yep, he'll hold out a fist for the bro fist. Hopefully a little less robotic than previously.
Yes.
Glad we could get that out of the way. In the meantime, what's going on here?
Hang around, having a beer. Talking about that Sota. You lot face town, miles away.
And are there like...
Sorry.
I was just going to say, are there chairs around here?
Yeah, there's a bench.
I assume there's benches, yeah.
Just, yeah, he'll plop down and take a seat. Just kind of stretch out. Go ahead. I'm sorry, what was that, Abel?
Oh, it's just I was just saying we're just talking about the SotHW you lot face down while I was away.
Oh, that, yeah. That was the day.
Yeah, it was. She smiles. Quite the night, too.
You didn't get to fight it though.
No, we didn't. Looks over at Sigurd.
That's a shame.
One wants to earn the favor of Lena. When it speaks, that is simply how it is. And while you are able to beat them down, they will not grant favor to those that insult them.
They know, just smile. Well, if you insulted them, that's not my problem, Sigurd. Just smirk a bit, playfully. I'm just a ragabash.
Just a ragabash.
When it comes to spirits, yes. She's grinning as she sits down by Cole, smirking, lighting a cigarette.
Damn, you feel that? The winds are getting pretty strong around here.
Oh, shut up.
So Ragabash,
It's hot
entertain
here.
us then.
To look over at Abel with a smile.
So just a Ragabash, won't you entertain us?
Entertain you? What will I entertain you with?
But that's your job.
Isn't that technically your job, cousin, to tell inspiring tales of hope and glory, even funny ones you can tell? I mean, color me wrong, Abel, but I've been doing my ragabash job, looks over at Cole, haven't I?
Oh, I don't know. I gotta say, well, I mean, yeah, you've been doing your job, but I mean, I'm tempted to take Abel's side here. I've heard your kind go by the name of the Laughing Moon. He smiles sarcastically.
I believe perhaps they believe you're a clown, Lena. Meant to dance around for their amusement.
Mooseman.
Movement.
I've also been out in the sun today. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, I imagine so. Building that forge, I'll give that to you.
That was out of character.
Oh,
No, we're keeping this in character. Movement is too funny.
Keep it on the sun in character too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, Sigurd does come up looking like she's been day laboring all goddamn day.
Lobster
Pretty
as
much
fuck.
has been.
Did you take it in the forge again, Sigurd?
It's not built yet, and I don't have an anvil.
Binary chokes on the beer.
Elena's smirk rises and rises as she smokes a cigarette.
Oh man! Suddenly Abel is patting Binary's back very hard.
Yep, she's sputtering and kind of choking to catch her breath again. Something went down the wrong tube. It was unfortunate.
Then suddenly his grip tightens.
Oh God, why?
I mean, I'm sure you've heard about it, Abel, right? She smiled. Sigurd's offer to Cole to work out in the forge. Very endearing exercise, this.
In your very, very limited capacity, Lena, I am sure that is what you think.
I mean, Cole thought it too, and Binary, and I mean, Abel. Was I talking about what thinks she's talking about? I was talking about, grabbing the hammer and plowing away on a good piece of metal.
This sounds like a cautionary tale.
This sounds like a ragabash.
I mean, regardless of which way it goes. It's still a cautionary tale.
Well, speaking on ragabashes, the group is going to hear someone approaching from afar, singing a little tune in a foreign language, and as soon as he sees you guys together sitting, am I quite
No, I can hear you fine.
okay? So as soon as he sees you guys, he just stops, says, "Oh, my bad, didn't mean to interrupt anything."
Huh? Oh, don't worry about it. You're a new guy, right? I do how.
Yeah,
Oh, no, right, actually. He plops down by me on the ground. In front of you.
Oh, she gets plopped on the ground.
Yeah.
By the way, it's worth mentioning that you get hit with 15 points worth of pure breed.
Yeah. yeah.
the amount of get is too damn high.
Yeah, you got your senses are visually assaulted by the get pure breed.
Yup.
You feel the urge to fight, but you don't know why.
Oh damn! I've been told that this was a joint set, but
You found yourself on the get contingent, I think. She laid out a smirk as she's standing to get up.
well, I've been to the Octana part of the set, and so now it seems that I've found the get part.
Yeah. Welcome to the side that has order. Traditions.
We're the cool side. Lena just says, like, just nodding, smoking a cigarette.
That's good to know. Apologies, I haven't introduced myself. The name is Ali Romanov. Rigs the cards. Ahmed, Kliat, Ragabash of Silent Spiders.
Cole pushes himself off the bench and steps up towards Ali and offers his hand. He says, "Cole Skolson, deed named forged by fury, born on 2 legs under the full moon, warrior of Fenrir, cleave to the nation."
He shakes the hand.
There's a strong and firm handshake. Grr. And afterwards, turns his back to him, plops right the fuck back down.
Abel Luna's glimpse Trimberson. Homid, Scold, Fenrir, Cleveland Nation. And that on the ground right there with a nudge at binary.
You hear Lena just cough. Cleats before Cobb's able.
You're interrupting her introduction though. Isn't that also rude?
And you're also introducing a Cleath, your cub, before a Cleath. That's also very rude. 2 Cleaths, actually, in fact, pointed Sigurd.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
even.
Lena's being a bitch.
That's the rule of thumb.
That's why I'm calling you out the most indirect way possible. By just being like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Hey,
It's not a thing.
Oh.
how's Binary sitting right now?
She has been relocated to the ground. So she is
She has.
yep.
She exposing her belly
I mean,
and her
technically,
throat.
no, not yet. She just kind of got plopped on the ground, and nah, she's trying to get away with waiting her turn to do it instead of just flopping out. She's currently leaning back against Abel's legs and has been jostled once.
That's why Abel was setting her up to do it.
She admittedly like went and put a hand on the ground, like getting ready to get down, and then Lena started on this, "You're being rude," and she just is kind of propped there. Like,
Now she's confused. Lena's ruined everything.
yeah,
And
she's
Good.
like,
Good. I hope we have. Yeah. Good.
she's starting to make the motion, and now she's just kind of confused, looking around like, is that a thing? Is that actually a thing?
She'll look over at Sigurd, like give just the one stare, like back me up stare. Puts her hands on her head.
Help me, Steph.
She should certainly wait her turn. There are those that
Smugness
serve
intensifies.
over her. In fact, she'll look down at Binary. Her expression hardens considerably. I saw no throat when I walked up, Cub. Or when any of the other Fenrir made their approach.
Damn it. She literally just leans until she flops over.
Please continue with the introductions.
You first, Sigurd. She'll smile warmly, looking down at Binary like, yeah, bitch. You know what I mean?
Sigurd will simply sort of nod her head and then look over at the Silent Strider. Sigrid Waldencraig, deeded, strides through a tonic fire, born under the crescent moon, child of great Fenrir, and born with those of two legs. Clear for the nation.
Good to meet another who strides. Pleasure.
Lena will smirk finally. Lena, brooding sorrows Trimmonson, Cleath of the nation, warrior of Fenrir, born under the laughing moon.
Ah. Another Ragabash.
She'll smile and she'll shake his hand. Her grip is very firm, like Cole's as well.
Yep, it seems like a theme. Around here right now.
It seems like everyone is really strong, pillage and raiding grip. Yeah, so she'll actually smile warmly. It's good to see another one of us around.
Likewise. Well, if I'm interrupting any tribe business, I can take my leave.
Not at all. Binary is a cub. And she looked down at Binary. Now you can introduce yourself, Binary. Smirks at Abel and sits down beside Cole.
And she's like, "Oh, you can do your thing." And she lifts up a hand and literally ticks it off on her fingers. Speaks in Binary, Metis, Therge, Pupper. And I'm done. Like, flares the hand up and then drops the arm.
She just said pupper.
She said Pupper.
Oh
Well,
boy.
she's on the ground.
Lena's just like
She's
shrugs,
on the
sits
ground
down.
right next to Abel's legs, and if she starts coming over, she's gonna like slither behind them super fast.
You'll see exactly how
No,
fast
she's
Cole can
walking-
get up off the
she's-
bench.
Oh, she's walking over there.
Oh, nope. Yeah. She sees that purposeful stride. She knows that stride. And there's like a kick up of dust, and Binary is very abruptly behind Abel's legs instead of in front of them now. How'd that happen? Nope.
Abel
She's
seems
got on her
actually
not today
unperturbed
Satan face.
or unsurprised by this, and just goes to light a cigarette as if this is completely normal and nothing here is out of the ordinary whatsoever.
Lena sits enjoying the fresh chaos she's made as she lights a cigarette.
Cole watches Sigrid very, very pointedly.
Cub, what did I tell you yesterday? Down. What's going to happen?
You'll be double mad when you punch me? Pretty sure that's what we decided.
Stop about 7 feet or so from Abel, and she'll just simply point at the ground in front of her.
Binary begins to visibly weigh her options. She's sure there's a strategy here. I mean, people say it a lot of different ways. I'm just saying, he got the idea right.
You know what you were doing, Binary. She'll smirk at her.
She gets that look that, like, I know that this is your fault look.
And it has Victoria's look like, yeah, it was.
5, 4,
Oh God, I thought they counted to 3.
3, 2.
She's glancing at you know what? She'll glance over at Cole, and seeing as he's being fairly attentive to the situation, she'll finally kind of crawl grudgingly out from under the bench, dusting herself off as she gets up.
She walk over to where Sigrid instructed.
Yep. She takes, like, she doesn't like make a show of taking a minute. She just takes a second, dusts herself off, glances at Cole again to reassure herself, and then yeah, she walks over and plops her feet right where she pointed.
And Sigrid doesn't punch her, but what she does do is she grabs a hold of the cub's shoulder. And you know how if you push down on that meat in between the shoulder and the clavicle with the brunt of your fingers?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly what happens.
Why don't we try that introduction again, Cub? She'll apply pressure.
Sorry, I'll wait for Binary's reaction. So sorry.
And yeah, she expects some manhandling, and she does admittedly give a bit of a yipe, not in like real pain, but in protest. And yeah, she'll probably get driven. I assume, is she like pinching it or like driving her down?
A bit of both. More to get her down onto her knees and to basically emphasize the fact that you done goofed. Stop being you.
Stop being a goof.
And yeah, she goes ahead and drops, but she kind of gives a yelp and assuming that, I mean, I assume she's not going to follow her down and keep a hold of her shoulder, but is she?
No.
Yeah, she drops, and she doesn't even like make a point of like doing the knees thing. She just kind of plops on her ass, kind of grudgingly rubs at the offended shoulder. Weighs her options again, very visibly. Speak some binary. Metasporn Theurge, cub to the nation of Glasswalker heritage. Looking over at Lena the whole time.
You hear from Lena, she's clapping her hands.
Wait! I got a gift for this. Oh.
Abel will just take out like his second cigarette, and he's just gonna say, "This has taken long enough that I'm now probably on the verge of chain smoking."
And I'm gonna debate for a second what to roll for this, because she's immature to do it. I can't help myself.
Stop.
I can't stop. She and Lena have had a thing going. She can't help herself. So, you know that thing people do where they're like, oh, you gotta scratch my eye. Yeah, I'm flicking you off. To pull this off and get away with it. Would you say it's subterfuge?
It's like charisma subterfuge, I think.
I don't even care about the +1 diff. I'm doing it.
I'm gonna roll to see it, but diff 8, considering she's like at Sigurd's feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could do it. But she's down at an awkward angle.
Yeah, no,
It's
no,
more likely
it
that
would-
if
I'd
anyone,
have to-
Cole's gonna catch her because he's on the same side of her.
Would I be able to catch it?
Oh yeah, I mean you can totally roll for it. She's doing it at you.
Alright.
I'm really hoping you're the only one that catches it, so you just look like you're being nasty.
Alright.
Oh, it's only one success. Fuck me.
I see that shit.
Oh yeah, you see it.
You said it's perception alertness?
Yeah, I got nothing. Sigurd doesn't see it.
Give me 1 second. I had some clicking to do.
Ooh, perception.
Just wearing it.
If you like, yeah.
Okay.
Ah, damn it.
Let me see.
Defender.
Defend.
Damn it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So Cole, Lena, and John's character catch it. She just reaches up to, like, she's got an itch. No big.
Takes a rage, rolls it.
Won't even look at her while she's doing it. She knows.
That's why.
Simmering.
Did you just roll 6 die?
No, the thing was delayed. That's why. I got actually the same. Yeah, no, I thought I'd made a mistake, but apparently I got 3 scores anyway. 2 scores.
Sometimes it lags.
Yeah, it lagged and I didn't realize. I thought it was broken again. But yeah, Lena very calmly tenses her fist a bit and looks over at Cole.
Cole like sees it, and then looks over at Lena, and then Cole points at Binary and says, "If you're not going to do it, I am."
Yeah. Stands up, walks over. Put out
Shit,
your
fuck.
hand, Binary. Put out your hand.
Oh no, I'm not letting you break my finger. You think I'm crazy. No, like she strides over and there's a shit fucking a scramble.
Oh. Good ma'am. No.
Binary.
I'm
Lena
gonna roll
with
that.
very
I'm gonna
plainly.
roll to grab a hold of her. Is she actually scrambling, or is she gonna stop?
She gets yelled at, so she doesn't straight take off. She's definitely kind of in more of a position with a foot under her, but she doesn't take off.
Binary,
See,
and I need you to get back here.
Apparently she listens to someone. And she gets a bit of a defeated look, but yeah, gets back over.
What did we just talk about yesterday?
How come she can dog me and I can't dog her?
Because it's not your moon.
It's fucked up.
I mean,
You're
she
awesome.
probably could if she could beat the shit out of her, but she can't.
Whose side are you on, cousin? She like look over at Abel, kind of surprised.
Cub, one of your Rayas gave you an order.
Are you kidding? You want me to actually just give her my hand so she can, like, break my finger or something?
We, as Cole has said, literally just went over this yesterday. Clearly, you have not learned your lesson. Now, you have 2 options. You can either walk over there and do as Uriah says, or I will come over there and drag you to her feet.
You will do no such thing.
It's fine, Cole. She'll put her hand on Cole's shoulder. It's fine. If Binary wants to act like that, I've got no problem. She'll just smile tightly.
No, to that as well. Binary, we told you. We gave you a lesson and you didn't learn it, and that means that somebody has to get punished.
Could she at least, like, kick the crap out of me or something? Really? That's just creepy.
And then Cole looks at Lena.
She'll look at Cole. She's under your charge. What am I allowed to do to punish?
She's actually like holding like one hand inside the other, kind of tense. Like for some reason this has squicked her real bad.
You get one good punch, and then after that, you keep going until she apologizes.
I was going to take the finger, but seeing as she's your charge, she just smiles at him, nodding, not an angry sort of sadistic way, just very, yep.
She says
can do
that.
that.
Binary like goes a little wide. I take the finger. Did she say take the
That's what they
finger?
used to do on my sept. That's what they used to do on my sept. But this is not my sept, and it's Cole's judgment.
Her hands have now migrated behind her back. Like, nope. She likes having fingers. They're good.
So one punch and one good punch, and
And
punch
then
till she apologizes. If she does not apologize, of course, first initially,
he nods.
that's agreeable. She'll nod. We'll look at Binary.
No, yeah, she's come around to stand there in front of her.
And yeah, I'll punch. Fuck it. Take aim.
Yep. She kind of does that not flinch, kind of the preemptive wince, like, oh, this is gonna suck. And it
Satan
does.
roll! Satan roll!
You did get a Satan roll.
I did. 1, 2, 3.
You're a guardian, so the 5 counts as success.
No, we're not
Oh.
defending this up.
Yeah, instead of
I'll
it being
defend the
on the
sept.
grounds, it's when you're defending the sept.
Oh, okay, they changed it. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's right, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, because one's on the track.
Oh,
again.
that's right. Yeah, she soaks half of it. It's still a good clock in the head. I assume she's going for the head.
Yep.
And yeah, at least she has the nerve to stand there and take it. Though she reels a bit after the punch and finally brings the hand back around to kind of touch under her nose to see if it's bleeding. Like, fuck. There's not even the theatrical yelp.
Stands there, waits.
And yeah, once is she given a second to kind of like make sure her face isn't broken?
She waits. Yeah, she's just standing there waiting.
Yep. She takes a second, realizes her nose isn't broken this time. When? Sort of, except for the part where she got punched in the face. And she kind of hisses a breath as it starts to knit, stands herself back up. Sorry.
Apology accepted. She'll go back and sit down.
And that's that. Don't let it happen again.
Yes, right. Rubs at her nose.
By the way. Very sound, by the way.
What's very sound?
Sound.
Like, what's her inflection?
Yeah.
What, like binary?
Yeah.
Like on the yes, Raya?
Yeah.
It's a very defeated tone.
Defeated how? How bad are we talking?
Oh, she's not like crushed forever. She's just. I mean, now she's just kind of standing in the middle of a bunch of getting this new guy, looking like an idiot, turning faintly pink because she's now the center of attention. And yeah, just kind of. I mean,
Based on what I heard, it sounded like someone who had like understood what they did and like
yeah.
just sort of does the yeah, okay.
I was just wondering because to me it sounded like she just heard someone die inside, and it was like, oh no.
No, it's not. It's not that harsh. She doesn't tend to get that kind of tone, so it may still be surprising, but yeah. No, there's the acceptance and defeat. It's honorable defeat, not horrible
Okay.
crushing and pillaging.
Yeah, no, otherwise I'll be rolling frenzy.
And she'll
Oh.
glance around to assess expressions, try to figure out if there's anywhere for her to fucking fall back to besides standing in the middle.
Cole will gesture her over if nobody else.
I mean, Abel has a free spot because she was there before.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, since Cole goes so far as to make a gesture to her, she goes ahead and takes a seat next to him. Still
I'm
looking
at-
sheepish.
I imagine right in between him and Abel.
Yeah.
Ah, probably. If they're on the same bench,
Just-
absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah.
So, Ali, what do you think of this episode so far?
Well, I thought it was quite unpeaceful so far.
Quiet and
Hard to get.
I ruined that. Still kind of idly rubbing her nose. Her face is completely knitted already.
Don't worry about it, kiddo. Getters get everywhere. It's nothing new.
the fuck does that mean?
Well, that was all me.
No. He gestures the no at binary and then looks back to Ali.
You guys are. I can't even speak. Must be that 15 points of pure breed. He's gonna look back with a smile and say, "Well, you guys are a rowdy bunch, and you like it that way."
That's not inaccurate.
Yeah, Cole does that thing where like you nod some, but you like very gently and you shrug a little bit, like yeah, I can't really argue with that.
Successfully ragabashed. Thank you.
That fast talk here.
But yeah, it's not so bad. I believe I'm gonna be here for a while.
You got business to settle?
More like, let's say, I have a debt to pay.
So have you brought trouble with you to this sept?
Well, I'm a strider. What do you think? Our troubles doesn't really bother others, but you never know.
I just want you to know that this is a new sept, in case you hadn't gotten that already.
Oh, I've been told.
So point being, if this is something that can wait, let it fucking wait.
It only takes a couple hours of my day, anyways.
Cole is thoroughly confused.
Well, let's just say that I owe Anuktan a favor. He called it in. I've been told that there is a casino in this city that is run by the Uktanakan. So I'm here to mentor them.
Right. Well, I doubt that's going to cause that big of a fuss. Besides, your business is with the Ictena, so long as they stay away from our front door. Cool beans.
Trust me, bro. Trust me, friend. I know better than showing up in front of a get store uninvited. Even though I'm a strider.
The warmest welcome of a hottest rebuttal.
So, do you have a trade skill that we could put to its maximum use?
I mean, the name's not for just show, you know.
Fair enough. So long as you're rigging it with your own whatever.
As long as you're not playing against me, you should be good. I mean, I've made the mistake of winning money from a get once. Did not done well. Let me tell you that.
What I'm getting at is that, yeah, the Sept is young, and it needs help. As much help as we can give it, which is mostly what our pack's going to be about. So that's why I'm asking.
Well, I'm here on business. We're all children of Gaia. If the Sept needs help, I'll help.
Good. Looks at Lena, looks at Sigrid.
Len's smoking a cigarette, chatting to Sigurd. You know, the two of them seem to be chatting to each other in Russian.
Oh, hang on. Are they?
I don't speak Russian.
Oh, do you not speak Russian? I thought you did. Shit.
I'm
Len's
German.
Len's just babbling away in Russian to you. You have no fucking clue what she's saying.
And then, if that's happening,
They're just doing a really good job of just sitting there like,
It's just like, yes,
Um,
just smile away.
hang on. I love this. Okay, so if that's happening, when Cole turns away from him, he's gonna look at Lena and he's gonna say, "Do you know that she's not getting a word of that, right?" In Russian with perfect accent.
She'll raise a surprised eyebrow. It's like, and then this devious smile will come on her face. Oh, I know. I've just been calling her a bitch for about the last 20 minutes.
Again in Russian?
Yep.
Okay.
Smirking. She'll grin at him playfully. And she'll look at Sigrid, smiling warmly. You know, with this kind of like ruffle of the hair. You know, you need to learn Russian, Sigrid. It's been in.
I've been waiting for over 3 years for you to offer to teach me.
Fine. You can teach me German, and I'll teach you Russian.
Sounds like we have an accord then.
Oh my god! Now I need to see if he knows German. Hang on. Nope, he doesn't. Sadly, he does not. All them languages and not German. I'm ashamed now.
That's okay. It's dangerous for Get Fenris to know German.
Sigurd's eyes kind of widen a bit and then
Oh
narrow.
no,
She
Cole!
looks-
Cole didn't say that. Cole didn't say that. Cole didn't say that.
Cole is no longer the alpha.
Whoa.
That was some OOC shade. No, no.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, I don't even know how to roll for a get offenders literally detonating.
Oh, yeah, okay. If you want, I can teach you Russian as well, Cole. Just look over smiling.
No, I don't think I'm ever gonna go to Russia. And if I am, I'll have you. So fuck it.
Lazy shrug, smirking. Languages are important. You never know what will happen out there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, both Sigurd and I could teach you German and Russian, so that way you're both doubly equipped.
Oh wow. Now I have two different people for those languages.
She smirks at him playfully. Whatever.
He smirks back.
She'll raise her eyebrow at the ragabash. You speak multiple languages, then?
That's a talent you pick up when you're traveling all around.
What took you to Russia?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Vague as ever, I say. She'll smile a bit. She'll give like a playful wink at him as well. Like, I know this game.
Well, that's what we do.
Oh, you speak Spanish?
What'd you say? I'm sorry?
And he just goes, oh, you speak Spanish?
Now we start speaking pitch perfect Spanish.
Ah! I will speak Spanish back.
But if you know the difference, it sounds like a bit more like classical Spanish.
Ah,
Actual name of it, it's Castellan Spanish.
Castellan, yeah. No, that's the one that Abel speaks. So yeah, no, he seems to like share your dialect and method of speaking. Different. Yeah, no, I'm going to be going into some dead languages in coming months. A lot of the old stories weren't told that way.
I have no interest in those. They can
See
get you
yourself.
out of a sticky situation. So
I am sure that Abel will soak those up like a sponge.
Oh, absolutely.
And since he has failed to answer her text, Abel gets poked in the shoulder.
I don't know. I didn't see your text. Like, it's not on here. It's not.
It's in the side
I've
chat.
looked at.
It starts with the blingy
Oh.
noise.
So I was looking on Facebook and then Discord chat, and I'm like, it's not anywhere.
You tried too hard.
And got so far. But in the
One
end,
sec.
it was only in the side chat.
Damn it. I was going to say
Hi,
that.
Kat, did you even tell me about your thing?
I think Lefty told you about her thing. Did he tell you
did.
the details?
He did. He did.
Yeah, I
Tell
could
me
have sworn.
about tell me about the thing. Tell me about the
Oh
thing
my
again,
god,
'cause it could
this
be-
this I'm going into Facebook for. Yes, continue with your lively conversation as I.
Did they already tell you about fire? Ollie?
Oh yeah, that's an important rule.
What fire?
Typically, I don't know what they
stop
do.
them.
I don't know. I don't know what they did in the places you've stopped before here, but across the nation, not people, sorry, Garu tend to take to covering things up with fire. This is not the case here. California is a very dry place, and fires are very difficult to contain. So, you start a fire, you could burn down half the state. It's dangerous.
I know what to. I know a thing or two about the right places. He just smiles.
Then it does a bit of a smirk.
God, I know
Yes.
exactly what fucking Lena's thinking. God.
She smirks over at him. Dry places, hey.
That's a good advice. Oh yeah.
Smirk intensifies, looking over a coal.
Cool. Cole just like he just like shakes his head and like does the quiet laugh.
Able chortles.
And well, thankfully, Binary's phone is set on silent, so there's not like a pattern going. She's, of course, texting madly, which she does at constant. And yeah. She will, I imagine Abel is periodically texting as well. So yeah, she will, continue
puts his phone
furiously
back there.
texting.
He puts his phone back and then takes it out every few minutes.
And so, she finally smiles faintly at her phone and, obviously, like, goes through switching whatever thing, program, app she's using. Gosh darn thinky phones. And yeah, and continues typing madly. On the bright side, Abel's phone stops going off. At least because of her, anyways.
Nifty.
So, should look at the Silent Strider. Have you got any plans for while you're here? Anything to set up?
Well, not right now. I'll just let things play out and see what's what.
You're gonna have your work cut out for you, I can tell you. She'll smile.
Yeah. I like it rough.
Well,
After he says that, Cole watches Lena just waiting for it.
she'll smile a bit. She lights a cigarette and looks up at Cole. I've heard a few of us like it rough like that as well.
Fucking knew it.
What? She kind of like raised her eyebrows.
Oh, see, this is two ragabashes. What are you expecting?
Yeah. I mean, you just have to know where you put your claws in the right place. You know, a few people like it sensitive a bit. She'll wink at Cole.
That sounds painful.
Binary's trying so hard to be convincingly not listening. Her ears are red. It just never stops.
Yeah, you never know, friend. Some might enjoy that. That was Abel.
Pardon, what does he say?
He said, "You never know, friend. Some might enjoy that."
Lena
I-
gives the most devil smile ever.
I hope I never do.
You should look at the Pornhub, Abel. There are quite a lot of people who enjoy that.
You've brought forth the visible face palm, the audible face palm.
And yes, to be clear, she said the Pornhub.
That's why there's a face palm.
Looks at Sigrid. Did you look at? Did you look at it?
Or I could not, and I guess you can continue doing so at your leisure.
Like it.
Abel kind of squints his eyes and looks awkwardly yet strangely suspiciously towards Leather.
Like you've looked at the computers, yes? The computer.
Okay, I'm not that bad. Yes, I've been on like. I have a yes.
You have a
I've
what?
been on-
He like raises an eyebrow.
Okay, so yes, I've been on a computer. This phone is a computer. I'm on it fairly frequently.
Little
Okay,
finger
so-
will pop up and then point, like, the little point to that guy. 1 point for you.
She would
There's
take
no
out the
way.
the Motorola flip the Motorola flip phones from back like 2004,
God, yeah.
2005.
She hears you flip it
No,
open and cringes.
I had one of those.
Yeah,
Like a decade ago.
Yeah, she takes out one of them. I found this. Freya said it was good. It is quite functional.
It's the start.
Binary showed me the computer as well, and I discovered the MySpace, the YouTube, the Pornhub.
The
Pornhub came
MySpace?
I
recommended.
refuse to be responsible for showing you MySpace. I did not show you MySpace. MySpace is dead. Just let it die. Just let it die.
Yeah, Binary will show you Facebook sometime. That's the new MySpace.
Oh,
Yeah. Facebook account good. MySpace account outdated.
I was gonna say it's not even bad. It's just not functional anymore.
There's no one worthwhile on MySpace anymore. Just let it rest.
just
If I
nods.
could old yeller that thing, I would.
I mean, when you grow up in the Baltic, there's no computers where we were, so kind of like rubs her head. This is all new to me.
I mean, I know you did the economically depressed region, but there are computers, right?
There was one, like one or two. Do you know the really? Apparently, they're very old. You know the. I'm talking about the 90s computers she's talking about.
Oh yeah, I will just go. Oh, you're talking about the big beige boxes, aren't you? With those like
Yes. It's the big
shiny
round
papers
computer
coming up
magic
out,
boxes. Yeah. They used to call them. The alpha was lupus.
Oh,
Into Hamid things. That's why we mostly spent most of the time out in the woods. Isn't that right, Sigurd?
oh, who was the alpha again?
I have to look that up, actually. Give me 1 second.
The guy talking about, but I want to be sure. I do have Guru Law 4, so Abel would know, to be honest.
You would know. I'm just Torna's trying to remember. So I'll look here.
Lena on her Sept history, yes.
That is Anton Norkenskald.
Yeah, I know
Very-
the guy.
Very unpopular recently for his opinions of Black Furies.
Ah.
Drugs. He was not one for the computer boxes.
What was his opinions on Black Furies again?
He believed, cousin, that he wanted to make more progress into Overturning the tentative history between us, he thought that it was pointless to accept there was a bigger problem. A lot of the Sept elders were pretty unhappy.
Ah, but did any of them challenge, and did they win?
No, that is why he still is the alpha.
And that resolves that issue.
He just shrugs. There was some commotion. Nothing really for a Cub or Cleus to worry about.
No.
Not yet, anyway. She'll smile.
At least there's one step forward.
Just shrug. But yes, we are learning the computer magics, aren't we, Sigrid?
Sorry, I missed that. What?
We are learning the computer magics, aren't we?
Sigrid just kind of shrugs. I can send the electronic mail.
Oh god,
And-
she cringes.
And the instant message.
She looks at the other Ragabash. You know about this? You know, like these like strange things who for a get who has no computers and no technology. Actually, no, she does have a point in technology, but she has no computers, so she has no fucking clue about computers. But yeah, you know about this, Silent Strider? The computers?
Computers? I'm not exactly in good terms with them. You have no idea how much of a pain in the ass to get a good Wi-Fi signal when you're on the road.
Just shrug. I don't. I'm mostly on my bike anyway, so whatever accessing Wi-Fi, it's not really available when you're on a open road on a Harley.
Is Lena still like hanging out right behind the bench where all of them are?
Yep.
She gets a first class view of Plants vs Zombies.
Leans over. I mean, Binary feels like her head just bopped by her. What is this? You know, like the curious face. You know.
Yeah, these things get. I mean, you don't even need Wi-Fi, especially if you make fake accounts and then have, you know, an unlimited data plan. Yeah,
Right.
that's
Link.
Plants vs Zombies.
Blink.
Wild versus Worm? Question mark? She actually says question mark.
Game, I believe they're called.
Please
Yeah,
tell me
game.
you know what a game is.
I know what a
one's-
game is. She
Yes.
smiles at her, you know. Is it one of
Yes.
those computer games?
I mean, it's an app. So,
Computer
sort
game.
of.
She just says firmly computer game. We're starting with there.
Yep, computer game. And she'll be half distractedly talking, but still like snagging up sunlight and like thumbing over plants. I don't remember what the freaking potato walls were called. She you know, collects sunlight, plants walls, and leans back as if confiding a great nugget of wisdom. Always plant walls. Always.
Well, that would explain at least somewhat of the reason she is the way she is.
What?
One wants to waste their time by numbing their mind on such things.
It's not mind numbing, it's a strategy game.
Whatever you say, Cub.
We need a good raid soon.
Certainly do.
Hey, I'm working on it.
Okay, wait, let me prove a point. Give me any math problem. Or better yet, ask me about anything that's been said this entire time.
So long as it doesn't involve Google Translate. Abel just adds as an addendum, so long as it doesn't involve Google Translate.
No, ask me about that too.
That's the least reliable fucking...
No, I mean about the
Translate it ever.
conversation we had today. Like this entire thing, ever since you got here. Ask me about any part of it. I can tell you what she said in, what was it, Russian? I can tell you that. My mind's not numb.
Do you speak Russian? Like glare, you know?
No,
Like right in her face.
but I remember everything.
Hmm.
She narrows her eyes a little bit. Everything.
Okay, what's Lena talking about to Sigurd in Russian then?
I don't know
To get
Russian,
this started.
but I can repeat it. Better yet, she like clicks the thing and is like, "Hey Siri."
Lena will just very calmly put her hand on Binary's shoulder and just give her one glare, like, stop what you're doing. Glare, you know what I mean?
She let's see how convincing this is.
And I'll roll some. If you need me to roll some, like, was it manipulation, intimidation, maybe?
I mean, you can. She's gonna immediately, like, you before you even get there, just cast up that innocent look.
You know what? Yeah, Abel will just say, I did ask.
Yeah, she just shoots her the innocent face. Like, what?
She'll smile a bit, you know, looking over at Binary. Not all things need to be revealed, Binary. She'll just give her another smile.
She gives her a smile and she's like, "Do you want me to disobey my riot when he asked me something?"
Another riot's counteracting.
I mean, that you were speaking a language Sigurd didn't understand on purpose? And you meant to hide something from her?
I mean, you speak Spanish to me all the time and hide it from me.
Wouldn't be the first time she's tried to hide something from me. It won't be the last. She has a ragabash. It is her right to hide certain things to save them for later.
In fact, I was just simply talking about what some of the kinfolk said about Sigurd. Actually, rolls minute sub real like the fucking clappers.
Yeah,
Abel will just...
when Lena says that, there's gonna be a smirk.
How much
Yeah.
variation was there to what she was saying, or was it just like, did the same word, like if she was literally calling her a bitch that long, did the same word just keep cropping up over and over and over again? Like she doesn't understand Russian, but she can remember word for word what you said,
Yeah,
and if there's a
pretty
pattern.
pretty much. There bitch came up quite a lot.
Yeah, if that's the case, a Binary heard the word suka a lot.
A lot.
Yep.
She's-
Oh yeah, you don't need Google
She
Translate
just-
for that.
There's a mischievous grin.
Lena gets ready.
Before he gets a text.
Oh god, really?
Trying to hide that there, Binary?
I mean,
What the fuck
Don't
even
forget-
is that?
Are you trying to manip sub there?
Huh? Manip sub what? She doesn't know what the word means, and she hasn't looked it up yet because Lena is like still holding her shoulder. But she's like, "Oh yeah, I was just saying this, this, and this," and Binary has the most smug grin on her face because yeah, that can't possibly be what she was saying because there was only so much variation to what she said.
Well, fair enough.
She doesn't know enough for you to catch that she's not hiding something because she doesn't know it. But like she knows something.
you know,
Not
just
much, but it's enough for her to be.
casually like put a bit of pressure on that squeeze, and we'll smile. I'll make a little bit of a roll. And that's manipulation, intimidation, because pure read's beautiful. 1, 2, 3,
you.
4.
That's how many dice I have.
You could
down
boss it.
one.
You could boss it. You could easily
No.
boss it.
No, she only gets one.
And
success.
she will glare right into her eyes and squeeze. I mean, it's not like overly like I'm going to crush your shoulder. No, it's just a very subtle one because manip. I think Binary. Maybe I
She
could teach.
gives a like a really like the little squeaky toy kind of squeak, and cringes a bit because oh god, that's getting tight.
I think the word you were looking for, binary, down there in your little computer box, was. She'll think and look over and smile at Sigurd warmly. Flexible was what I was saying. Isn't that right, binary?
That's an out
Isn't
now.
that?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked it up. Why are you being crazy? You're giving me
Gonna
the
roll.
fucking crazy eyes.
I will. Yeah, she's giving you like the fucking. If you don't agree with this, I will get you.
I don't
Later.
know. I didn't look. Maybe. I mean, the way you guys talk, it probably was. I didn't. Yep.
Roll sub as well.
Probably.
Fails.
I'm sorry. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Vinny, what were you trying to roll?
Perception, empathy.
And this is on binary, I assume?
No, it's more on Lena because there's something going on over there. And besides, Lena's the one that threw up the whatchamacallit, the test. So a success.
It's more than Lena has.
It's more than Lena has. I fail. Might not be flexible. Might not be the word she was saying. Might not be.
You know that sound when a gate is a little rested over and it slowly opens? As Sigurd's head kind of turns to one side as she just kind of looks at Lena, that's the sound it makes?
Lena will smile, keeping her hand firm on binary and looks over. Flexible. That's.
Binary's just like squirmed down between the other two. Like, why
She will
me?
turn very calmly to Sigurd. Flexible is so much harder to say in Russian when you think about it. Rose minutes up again.
Don't forget you're at diff 8.
Abel's just looking up a word right now.
2.
Damn, dude. I have 3.
Man,
Back
I
to
Remember
no
the counter
flexibility.
for a lion. Well, actually, I guess they haven't necessarily adopted it here, but it's usually with subterfuge, not perception alertness. Or DNA.
Abel will just say, "Man, I didn't. Wow, you really sure are praising her flexibility a whole lot."
Indeed, Sigurd is quite flexible. That's exactly what the kinfolks said about her.
Why are you doing this?
Binary's still just squirming like, oh god, she won't let go.
Cole is like reaching to pull out some cigarettes and actually has one between his lips when he says, "Yeah, she always talks about like Sigurd getting fucked and stuff."
That's the thing she does. She does that. Oh god, please let go.
Chan, I'll PM you exactly what Lena said as well.
Are you sure? I thought she just called her a bitch.
It's quite entertaining.
Yeah, like
What she
right
actually
now,
said.
Ollie has a look on his face that just says, "I think I should not be here right now."
Then I'll just smile, looking at binary, like just giving her one glare. It's like, if you don't get me out of this, I'm taking you with me.
Abel just goes.
Oh god. That's a pressure point. Is that a pressure point? It feels like a pressure point. It's definitely a pressure point.
Brooding sorrow. Yeah.
She's like doing that thing where you like slowly just sink out of a chair, like just hoping that maybe eventually she'll get out of reach. Like, oh god, no, why? She's just melting onto the ground.
She making fidgety noises.
Yeah, all that whining and shit is definitely, she's saying all these things where she's like, is that a pressure point? That's a pressure point. It feels like a pressure point. Oh god, why?
Yeah, no, Cole's starting to give Lena that cold stare as smoke rises from the cherry of a cigarette.
Lena lights a cigarette as well, and eventually releases the ice grip on the pressure, exactly on the pressure point, but still is giving Binary that you get me fucking out of this stare.
Oh, Jesus
Um,
Christ.
Brooding sorrows,
Um,
Guff.
yes.
I've always prided myself on being straightforward with you. No deception between us, from my end. But I see that that is not the case with you.
Deception, Sigurd. I have no idea what you mean. I was actually giving you my honest opinion. However, it is not my fault you could not speak Russian.
Just like it is, just this stale expression. Really, that's the leg you wish to put your foundation of your argument on.
However, as well, how do you not know I was complimenting you and your beauty? Isn't that right? The man who speaks Russian. She looks over at him, with a smile.
Dude, that's like a fucking botch with subterfuge.
Yeah, like when she does that, he just raises.
Like we should also recognize right now.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Me too.
Just mumbles that. Just breath in this like most strained fashion possible.
I mean, our new friend here would obviously endorse my integrity. We Laughing Moons obviously understand each other, don't we?
He's just going to like scratch the side of his nose and like looking away.
My, what a mighty nice tree that is over there.
And so it would seem that brooding sorrow stands alone.
Well, I mean, I could tell your honest opinion, but
Then go right ahead, Lena. After all, we are friends.
smiles warmly. We'll take a ginger step out of Binary's way and stand in the middle of the thing, turn around very calmly. If you want to know what I said, glares at Binary, like, I'll get you later, that type of stare.
She's clambering up into like Abel's fucking lap. Like she's taking shelter. Mostly because he's the one that texted her is like, I will shield you. She's like, nope, fuck this.
One of the kinfolk, especially the Fianna one, says you're a bit dry. I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Ollie is just going to start uncontrollably laughing.
Waits, counts. I did punch him in the face, but I was trying to tell you, but I was trying to work up the courage, and when I get nervous, I shout in Russian.
Oh. So it's fear then.
Not really fear, it's more the anticipation that you'll do the face you're making now, which is probably, I mean, like the death's 1,900 nuclear bomb stare. Not really fear, it's more like, oh god, she's going to punch me and then I'm going to have to explain and then I'll punch her back. It's more kind of, this is going to get ugly, so I was trying to think of the best situation, and when I'm thinking rapidly, I shout in Russian.
Do you just want to settle this the old-fashioned way?
I mean, you could just punch the kinfolk. I mean, I'm just a messenger. Unless you did something to him, I have no idea.
Cole grins and takes a drag from a cigarette.
Abel will just say, man, you sound awfully similar to Binary right now.
Binary dives onto Cole. Nope. Not today, Satan. She's not going to be there when that's done.
Yep,
Nope.
yep.
That atomic stare immediately breaks because it's just literally like, you know that video that always goes around when someone says something just fucking scathing and all the guys are like, oh! The look of complete bewilderment comes over Sigurd. Is like, oh no, you didn't. And she can't even bring herself to focus on Lena at this point. She's just completely spun around and started looking at Abel like he's grown a second head.
There's 2 cigarettes in his mouth now.
Frenzy check. Willpower to make sure I say what I don't want to say.
I mean, all this talk of avoiding combat.
She takes a breath. At least I'm no cockroach's bitch, Abel. I botched my. I failed my.
I'm trying to think of how
I failed
you
my.
would
I failed
respond to
my
that.
willpower check. Oh no.
Cole's grin starts to fade.
Binary's running out of safe places.
I mean, I'm your family, and you let her shift Krynos on me.
Wait, what?
Didn't even do anything.
Sigrid's just gonna go ahead and step aside and sit down over by Cole. Because this has now just gotten real. This is no longer cheeky.
Oh yeah, this good.
We'll gain a reach for that.
Roll her nose.
He'll slowly get off his chair. This whole time he's generally been kind of switching between mild irritation and amusement. But this time, he now looks less than pleased.
Oh no, Lena looks furious. That's the fucking fail willpower, man.
You want to handle the situation yourself, you can handle it yourself. But now you're asking for help after the fact, you can't have it both ways.
I'm not asking for help. I'm just pointing out a fact. I handled it actually, so I'm just pointing out that you stood and watched.
Yeah, because he seemed very intent on that. Fuck, I told her to leave you alone. And she didn't attack you either. She actually more or less just took it. In fact, that's all she did when she was at Kratos. So what's it gonna be?
Well, if you want to fight this out, then I'm more than happy to oblige. I won't watch.
Yeah, but you seem awfully intent to speak randomly in Russian.
You gonna do all the talking, Abel?
Yeah, I'm just keeping up with you.
Well, if you want to settle this.
I didn't get up to stand around.
Well, let's go then. She'll kind of like strip off, you know.
All right. Initiative, because you waste no time. Well, it's 10. Yay. So, yeah, Abel is.
While
on
that is going
50.
on, Ollie is just going to look at Cole and Sigrid, and he's gonna say,
That's amazing. You go first.
Sorry, what do you say?
That's
he
pretty
said-
funny.
That's pretty funny.
What did
Jesus
John
Christ.
say?
He said, "Are we putting down bets on this?"
Sigrid rolls her eyes and she simply just puts the shield in front of her, sort of lashes it onto her arm. She'll look over at Cole. This goes out of control. Are you ready to police the situation?
And he takes a drag from his cigarette. Just that. I know what I'm good for.
All right, I will spend a rage and hit.
Ooh, you get hit real good.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Jesus, you hit really hard. Wow, I
Four.
saw fucking none of it. Jesus.
They
Okay, I'm gonna
it's like
spend.
fucking freight trains. You know.
No, I'm actually gonna roll something now. Okay. Well, oh fuck. That doesn't help.
Oh.
I don't know what happens there.
What were you trying to activate?
Actually, it's important to note: is she officially challenging? Because otherwise, you wouldn't roll that at all.
It
But
just
I took
sounded
as a
like
challenge.
it just sounded like if you want to fight this out, we can fight this out. She didn't formally challenge.
Is that a challenge though? Because I'm treating it as a challenge, which is I'm rolling this because he wouldn't pull on this power unless he knew it was an official challenge. This is me making a wrongful assumption if it's the case.
I don't feel like it's an official challenge. It's
No,
get
she-
brawling
no.
to solve a problem.
Yeah, this seemed. Yeah, no.
Okay.
If she was official challenge, she would have said, "I challenge you." This one more seems like we're both
Okay,
at
then,
high
yeah.
odds with each other.
You
Let's
call
just
on
fight.
that person otherwise, because that is a very important person he's calling on, and he respects that, which I've made a note of doing in the past. So he won't on that person. It's a bit wrong of me to make the roll and then declare that, but there you go. If everyone's willing to accept that for what it is.
Dude,
It's
you're
fine.
good. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, you're good.
Question though, Chris. You only have 3 stamina, right?
Yeah,
And you took 4 damage. I think you're stunned.
I'm spending 2 rage, so
There you go.
I'm spending willpower as well.
Oh shoot!
I mean, unless I deal 4 damage, I ain't going anywhere. So that's only 5 dice actually. Yeah, 1 success. Yeah, you
Soaked.
soak.
All right, so it's my rage action then. Yeah, I miss.
Okay, it's gonna be. I still have I got a rage action because I spent 2 rage, so bang.
Willpower affects rage as well. So
Okay, that is for the record. The reason it's 7 diff is because it's a haymaker.
That's cool.
So I do +1 damage, and you get knocked down to the ground. Applies knockdown on hit. So that's 2 successes. God damn it!
But you do get knocked down.
Yeah, you can actually still attack him while you're knocked down. It's just -2 diff for him to hit you now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually still attack just fine. It's just it takes a turn if you want to.
Yeah, I spent my rage action, so go ahead.
I think it's back to the top of the order now.
Yeah, it's back to the top of the order.
It's back to the top of the order. Oh, I apologize. So is with haymakers? Is it a full turn to get back up? I've never used this
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you're knocked down, so you're basically knocked prone, and to stand up is a full action. It's full action, not a full turn, just a full action.
The other thing to keep in mind, though, is, yeah, like he said, you don't take any penalties for fighting from the ground. It's just that it's easier for him to hit you when you're on the ground.
It's harder to hit, actually, if you're prone, it's harder to hit you at range, but in close combat, it's much easier to hit you.
So, yeah,
Unfortunately,
Okay.
he's
the only penalty you're taking for being on the ground is him having a -2 diff to hit you. You can still fight with your normal dice pools if you want to.
Fuck it. I will spend a rage, and I will strike from the ground.
rolling really nicely. Roll my stamina. It's like 1.
Oh no, that was the attack.
My damage pool. Once you it's an 8. Yeah.
Hey,
That's-
he soaks it. Lucky him.
So strike again.
Minus. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna spend. I took damage out of combat, so I'm on 4 rage, so I'm gonna spend another 2. Oh, that's 4 damage. Nice.
I'll at least get 1. Let's see if I can soak some of it. I don't soak any, so
Oh,
roll
no,
on
you used
4.
it all.
Let's roll on 4. I can spend. You
So
can spend
he,
willpower rage actions, can't you? I'm just making sure.
You can, yeah, you can spend
Yeah.
willpower.
I'm just-
And I think I don't think you have to declare it on your official your standard action.
Yeah, you can spend it. It'll just only be good for your rage action. Then you'll have to spend again for the next round of
Sweet.
normal action.
That is fine, and I will return the blow. That is
Got it.
2.
Ash.
Kind of.
So 1.
Ooh, he manages to just roll with it. Okay, and that's action now. It's 3. No, it's not 4F1. It's just 6. He only does 1 damage to you.
Oh.
That time. really large blocks of damage.
Soaked.
We just
yeah.
don't deal any damage. Don't deal any damage.
Then everyone just rolled out like 4 or 5. We're like, fuck. Yeah, soaked. You spent 2, didn't you? If I remember
Yes,
correctly.
I think I have a. If you spent your rage action for this turn, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Because you spent all power. Okay, so I get another hit.
Yeah, this is your. So yeah, you spent 2. I can only spend 1. So this is your
I got
second
that shield.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, I did it in caps. I'm
Stupefy. You know, Lena's now
Stupefy
blast.
you. You're stunned for the rest of your life. Stupefy. That's literally just Harry Potter in a nutshell. I deal 1 damage again.
Jesus.
Oh,
Soaked.
Christ. It's my shit strength, man.
Spending willpower again. I'm gonna hit from the ground.
You're like ankle shanking his ass at this point.
She's got
That's
a hell
good
of a
hit. Though.
ground game.
That's a good hit though.
That's a really
Oh
good
God.
Not so
Oh,
great.
hit. And that's 2. 2. That's 2. Thankfully, 1's don't detract in this game.
Oh, that's
That's 2.
right.
No, don't soak it.
You're on 6. That's a hell of an ankle kick she hit you with. As I spend rage.
Yeah. Let's spend the last 2 rage, and I'm gonna go for the willpower.
I kick him from the ground. Oh shit. Here we go.
Oh my god, you kidding me? Oh my god, literally.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we're both on 6, but so my rage ox on there.
Oh shit! This is getting.
Oh my
god!
god!
Oh no! Wow.
I think that's it. I can't soak all that, so he goes down eventually.
She catches you right in the. She catches you right in like, do you know that kind of the, do you know your cruciate ligament there.
I have no idea what that is.
It is the tendon that connects your kneecap to the rest of your knee. So she
Okay,
hits
yeah, you catch
right,
it.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
you get
catches
him
him
on the
right there. Yeah.
He's down. Yeah.
So she catches you right in the tendon, just boom.
He's
You know.
he's back up in about a minute because fast healing.
Lena is
Yeah.
breathing like heavy on the ground, like you know what I mean, like busted
Binary
open.
winces when he hits the dirt.
Sigrid will stand up and look over at Cole with a smirk. Just another day in paradise. And she'll walk over to where Lena is and offer out her arm.
Yeah, she'll slowly sit up, like spitting out the blood out of her lips. You know, actually immediately runs over to Abel. Like almost like instant the moment she's up.
And he's back up pretty quickly. For the purposes of scene
Oh yeah,
progression.
just totally. Yeah, she'll even like help him up as well, and she'll look at him. That was a hell of a fucking punch.
Hmm.
He blue screened.
No, Abel doesn't look satisfied. Doesn't seem to take the praise well. And just looks kind of angry in general, despite having spent all that rage off. In fact, he probably gains rage and is probably even gaining 1 more right now. As he just says, I have something I gotta do.
Don't be a stranger, Abel.
He just kind of waves. It's like half-hearted.
Then the sighs. I'll leave you guys alone. She'll kind of like, you know, rub her bloody face.
You don't have to.
It's probably better. She'll just smile. I piss people off. And she will nod at Cole and nod at Sigurd and look at the new guy and nod. And, you know, walk off, still rubbing her bloody face, spitting.
Cole
And,
size.
He's gonna look at the group and then he's gonna say, "I'll go make sure that the fellow Raggy is doing okay."
What did he say?
He said, "I'll just go and make sure that fellow Raggy is doing okay."
Sigurd will look at him and shake her head. Leave it be. Strider. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
If you say so.
Brooding sorrow indeed. Yep. I'll have to talk to her. If nobody else does.
Binary is strangely subdued and goes ahead and just like slips off his lap to free him up.
And Cole will get up and take a few steps in that direction before looking back to Binary. You good if I go out on my own? Or do you want to come with?
She kind of shakes her head quickly, considering what happened the last time she followed Lena while she was in a bad mood, and just kind of gives him the little gesture. It's like, nah, it's okay.
Cole.
Ali,
Cole.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Cole looks at Sigrid and points at her. Says, "Don't
I
take
didn't catch that, Robbie.
Yeah, no, I paused. Sorry.
Okay.
Points at Sigrid and says, "I know it's tempting. Don't take the piss out of Binary anymore. Just until I get back."
I think she knows how to behave. She'll kind of glance at Binary.
Yeah, she is markedly well behaved at the moment. She's just kind of perched on the bench with her, she's got her hands kind of set on top of her knees and is just kind of fiddling.
Why don't you come help me? Why don't you come help me clean up the building site?
And yeah, she gets a docile little nod, and yeah, Binary goes ahead and hops up.
Cole looks at Binary and says, "I'm trusting you." And he looks over at Sigrid afterwards and says, "And you."
Just kind of a stale look. Just kind of like the GIF right now.
And yeah, turns his back to him and heads towards Lena.
Sigurd will turn and she'll kind of use the back of her knuckles kind of to swat Binary on the shoulder. Not like actually like backhanding her, but just
gives her a
she'll
bump.
begin to walk. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and she falls into step, though she will pull out her phone as they're walking. Texting.
True.
Oh yeah, the Strider is going to take his leave silently.
All right, then as we are splitting into new scenes, I will say thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We had at least one. And we will see you next time on Sept of the Howling Winds.